Alright, well, it's me, Daniel. I figured, seeing as just getting into some projects to keep me sane while I have a newborn and fiance that drives me nutty. But anyways, this was my old coil gun. Basically, I have the coil in there, blah 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 blah. Goes through that circuit, which is the disposable camera circuit. Capacitors, small, very small. So, what I wanted to do was increase that to about, well, obviously a bigger size. So within that taken into mind, it takes into consideration that now we have to build a bigger charging module, or buy one, which they can get quite expensive, so making one's probably a good option. But if you don't know what you're doing, you probably shouldn't, because, well, then you get hurt. So, what I got here is the starting of prototype number 2, which is just basically your paintball gun split in half and modify the barrel just so it stays in there, get it nice, and it's basically look down that barrel. I don't know how this barrel is gonna work out. I was just trying to whip it together real quick, and probably should take more time on it, but it'll work. The bullet definitely slides through without much of a problem. In most cases, you just put the bullet in there and it'll slide. So I got the bullet in there. Yeah, comes out pretty easy. Then I got this cool little piece on the other side that I'm working on. It has this little thumb switch, so let's say, hold on, switch hands here. Say I'm holding the actual gun like this, then I can sit there and flick this switch. What it does is it powers up that little LED right there, which is pretty cool. It has 3 stages. But yeah, it's all just powered by that little button right there. Pretty cool. So, yeah, this is as far as I've gotten so far, but, when I get to doing my next couple projects, this is the coil I had in my last project. I'm hoping I can reuse this coil. Now what I did though was I took this out of the doorbell, and what also I realized is that it's not wrapped, well, it's just not wrapped the greatest for, well, geez, the doorbell, it puts the piece of iron right in the middle, and then it goes back and forth, hitting the door, the dong, whatnot, blah, 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 blah. So it hits the piece of metal, makes your noise. Well, I guess this is wrapped to kind of do that. So, it was in my other coil gun, so it works, obviously. I just don't know how well. So I'm thinking about either using this one, or taking the empty coil winding of the other piece that came with it, and using that and just wrapping thicker wire around it. Less turns. This thing probably wrapped with 500-600 turns, 700 turns. It's actually quite good now that I think about it, because my project is going to be quite powerful. See, because instead of putting the charging module in the gun, I'm thinking of just eliminating DC conversion altogether, and I'm gonna build a box. Basically holds my charging unit, and it's basically I'm debating right now whether I'm gonna take a couple really big 250, like, I don't know, 10,000 UF or something along the lines of that. Maybe even a 450 volt, like 10,000 UF, something around there. You know what I mean? Um, it's quite expensive, these caps. Holy fuck! Looked online, and it's like 250 volts for a 4,000 UF cap is like 100, almost $200, depending on where you're looking. It's nutty. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna take the AC unit, charge it up to around 250 volts, and then maybe even then put it in like a parallel or series unit